Caribbean Carnival is for Caribbean people. If you are not Caribbean and you attend Carnival, you are nothing more than a guest.
100 strong, because over here, we like to keep things 100 strong. What's that word, family? Hey, man, check this out.
Brush, apply the brush, brush, apply the brush, brush, apply the brush, yeah, brush, apply the brush.
So, folks, in that first video clip, it was a young lady expressing her thoughts about carnival, Caribbean culture, and things of that nature. So what I'm about to do is play a little bit more so we can understand a little bit better of what she was trying to say.
Caribbean Carnival is for Caribbean people. If you are not Caribbean and you attend Carnival, you are nothing more than a guest. So with that, you need to act accordingly, because it seems as though a lot of y'all and a lot of us have lost the plot. Seriously, a lot of people are trying to censor Carnival for them and their culture and their representation, and it's like, nope. Caribbean Carnival is not some festival anybody just gets to show up at. It's the celebration of Caribbean culture and fighting back against colonialism. And these are the same type of people that will also get on the internet and call Job demonic. Like, if you think Job is demonic, don't show up to Carnival. And I said what I said, because how dare you? And if you're not Caribbean and you decide to attend Carnival, don't be waving your flag. It's not the time or the place. If you want to do that, go to your own Carnival. Go to your own festivals and celebrations. Don't do that when it's for Caribbean people. That's disrespectful. Y'all only do this when it comes to us. Y'all don't do this when it comes to the Dominican parade. Y'all don't do it for Dia de Muertos. Y'all only do it when it comes to Caribbean culture, and it needs to stop. Show some respect. And to all my Caribbean people out there, we need to start gatekeeping our culture, because now a lot of people feel a little bit too comfortable disrespecting our culture. We are too inclusive. We are too welcoming. We need to stop that, honestly.
Wow, man. This woman right here is fully Americanized, as you can tell. You know, by the way that she's talking, she's going off. She's like an angry black woman. You can't separate her from an average American woman. And I kind of get it, right? And that's what black people in America right now is doing. We're trying to gatekeep just like this girl, because a lot of Caribbeans, Africans, they come here, and I'm talking about like the second, third generation. They come here and you can't tell them apart from us. They get into places like the Black Caucus, NAACP, they go to black colleges and all of that stuff. And they're basically like a black American, but they have those roots tied back to their homeland. In some sort of way, they feel as if they're superior to the black American or other immigrants. In this case, I don't think that she's talking about black Americans per se, but right now I think she's talking about Hispanics and other people, other immigrants, you know, Africans. That was until black Americans entered the conversation.
You missed my entire point just to sit there and talk about the location where Carnival is hosted. I don't give a damn if it was hosted in China. If you are not Caribbean and you decide to partake in Caribbean culture, you are nothing more than a guest. I'm not saying non-Caribbean people aren't invited to Carnival. All I'm saying is that Carnival is for Caribbean people. Stop centering it around you. All I'm doing is establishing boundaries. And you need to understand that you are not entitled. You are not entitled to Caribbean culture. You can be as mad as you want to. It still doesn't change the fact that you are nothing more than a guest. So with that, you need to fall in line and act accordingly.
This only works in your country. You can't come to another country and make the rules fit your narrative. I'm just saying, y'all are too welcoming in a country that's not your country. All right, so that person right there is saying, it's okay to have Carnival for Caribbean people, but why aren't Caribbean people hopping on airplanes going to those countries where it'll be all their people? You're doing it here in America. And besides that, Carnival wouldn't be shit without others, without the American melting pot. Because y'all are just a small, tiny little group in this big ass country. Y'all are so tiny, man. You know, you got spots here and there, New York, Miami, stuff like that. But when it comes down to the vast majority of the country and the people that's living in the country, you guys are nothing but a teardrop in your daddy's eye. She's actually talking like she want to segregate the carnival. You know, even though she said everybody's welcomed, but it don't seem like everybody's welcome. You know, it seemed like she's trying to gatekeep. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's gatekeeping her culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody like to gatekeep their culture. But here's the thing. They get upset when Black Americans want to gatekeep our culture. And that's unfair. So we got this brother who replied to this young lady's video. And here's what he had to say.
Oh, nah, beloved. Nah, we in there. I'm Harlem shaking. I'm getting light. I'm doing the juke. We bringing our American music, American flags. We bringing it all. Yeah, we in there. I'm gonna let you know right now. You thought we forgot. Juneteenth, it was all fun and games. Everybody was like, well, it's all for everybody. It's everybody's liberation. It's everybody's for the whole diaspora. Well, guess what? It's everybody's liberation. It's everybody, the whole diaspora. So we coming through Harlem shaking, getting light, bad one. We doing it all. We bringing our music. We throwing our parties that says American Carnival, Juver, all that. All that. We going in. We ain't forget none of that. We on your heels.
He's right. So you guys are in America now. And when in Rome, you have to do as the Romans. You can't come gatekeeping in America. It just don't make sense. Especially things that's being hosted in a city that has more people than you guys. You know, if it was a city where it's all people from the Caribbean, this may be okay. But this is New York City. You got a couple of 100,000 of you guys in a place of 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So y'all are just this big in all actuality. So she came back with another video addressing this brother.
You FBAs are so insufferable, literally. Like, y'all make everything about y'all. Y'all are so narcissistic and entitled that you can't even pull your own head out of your own ass. Nobody was talking to you guys. I was just defending my culture. Sit here and bring up shit that happened months ago. That had nothing to do with me. I'm still allowed to protect my culture and call out BS amongst everybody, not just the people within the Black diaspora. Y'all make everything about y'all. It's not about you. Sir, you are too old to have that level of comprehension skills, and you want to clout chase off my video? I don't think so. It's always the ones that you built like Moto from Madagascar, and you want to do all that rapping shit. Stop. Unc, you are too damn old. You want to go back and forth with a 19-year-old for her defending her freaking culture because you want to make this about you. You foundational Black American. You are Black in America, and you be doing all this talking. You're not up here. We are both at the bottom of the barrel trying to act like you call the shots. You don't call nothing. You don't own shit in this country.
You know, she went with the insults and all of this stuff. You know, like I said before, the angry Black woman, because she appears to be American. And the thing is, when she bumps heads with white people in this country, they're not looking at her as if she's an immigrant. They're looking at her as if she's a Black woman. And when she do bad in this country, it's going to reflect on the Black people in America. When she do good, then she'll be able to hop up here and say, oh, I'm a Caribbean person. I work harder. That's the reason why I became a doctor or a lawyer. But in reality, you're nothing but another nigga. And folks, here's the thing. This happens a lot with cultures that aren't Black America. Y'all remember when Michael B. Jordan came out with his alcohol brand and he used a word from the Caribbean and Nicki Minaj responded to it? Let me show y'all this.
Over the weekend, Michael B. Jordan's girlfriend, Lori Harvey, shared some photos from what appeared to be a launch party for his new rum brand. As soon as these photos started to circulate, fans expressed their concerns over the name Juve. For those of you who aren't familiar, in Caribbean culture, Juve is a festival held annually during Carnival in places like Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada. And while the festivals are celebrated, they are actually tied to the emancipation of enslaved people, so they hold a much deeper meaning to the communities participating in these celebrations. So fans began to share their disapproval of this brand name, especially after Michael B. Jordan filed a trademark for Juve, claiming that the word has no meaning in any language. People also created a Change.org petition that has gained over 12,000 signatures in just a few days. And Nicki Minaj, who is Trinidadian, spoke out and voiced her concerns about the festival's name being used as the name for Michael's rum brand. She took to Instagram to share a screenshot of a fan's explanation and wrote, quote, "I'm sure MBJ didn't intentionally do anything he thought Caribbean people would find offensive. But now that you are aware, change the name and continue to flourish and prosper." The comment Nicki shared explained that it's not just about the name, it's what it represents pertaining to enslavement and freedom.
Well, folks, what do you think about that? Even though Nicki Minaj, she was really nice in that message and she just asked him to do something and he ended up doing it. But the thing is, Nicki Minaj, you're cultural appropriating Black Americans. You're not here doing Caribbean music. You're not here doing Afro beats. You're doing rap, gangster rap, street rap, representing New York. You're not representing the Caribbean when you get in the booth and you make a song. But the thing is, gatekeeping is real when it comes to these other groups. Now, when they gatekeep their culture, it don't hurt us at all. Michael B. Jordan can easily change the name of his liquor brand to anything that he wants. But when we do it, that's the problem. When Black Americans gatekeep our culture, oh, it's a real issue. And it's said, these immigrants come here, they go to historically Black colleges, universities, they become Black. Only in the notion. They're really not Black. Most of the immigrants, they voted for Donald Trump. I don't recall Nicki Minaj standing up for immigrants. She's only standing up when it comes down to Black Americans. Because immigrants are shady, bro. They gatekeepers. They want to gatekeep America from other immigrants. They don't give a damn how many immigrants get took out of America as long as they good. That's why you don't have many celebrity immigrants coming out talking about Donald J. Trump, man. Where is Nicki Minaj? You don't see these people speaking out because they want to gatekeep America for just themselves. They don't want other immigrants over here. Once they make it, they good, they family become rich, all of that type of stuff, man. The sad part is, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, they come here, they infiltrate the Black community, they join our groups, and then they try to make rules for Black Americans. And the biggest thing that they try to do is they want to stop reparation for the Black American because they know that we already this high over them as being born in America, as far as education, as far as culture, and as far as the ability to shape the world. That's what they want to be. If we get our reparations, wow, we're this much taller than those guys. So that's what they want to stop. So you'll get Black people like Kamala Harris to infiltrate the Black community and say, oh, I'm Black, but I don't believe in doing anything that's going to help Black people. What I'll do is I'll help the American people. And when helping the American people, that's automatically going to help Black people. Okay, if you want to put it that way, but that has nothing to do with the work that our people put into this country, and we want to get paid for it, just like everybody else. Now, the Caribbean people, they're suing France and Great Britain and all of that stuff, and we don't care. We're not talking about their reparations or their movements because it has nothing to do with us. But they put themselves into Black, African, American business, and they're here to undermine it. If you don't believe me, check out this video with Amanda Seales talking about immigrants in America, Black immigrants. Even though Amanda Seales is an immigrant as well, she kinda is more on the side of Black Americans. She really is. I couldn't tell that she was an immigrant. And it's a lot of immigrants that's like that. It's a lot of second, third generations that support the Black movement and understand slavery because they went to school here and they became friends with Black Americans and they know a little bit about our history. But for the ones that don't know about our history, they don't give a shit about us, man. So we got all of these Black politicians coming into office and they're really not Black Americans. And that kind of hurts us, right? And the thing is, you can't go to Trinidad and become a politician or the vice president like Kamala Harris. You can't go to Africa and become the mayor or a politician. But they can come here and they do things to undermine the Black American. That's exactly what they do. So we got sick and tired of it, and something called FBA was created. Now, FBA was created to protect Black American culture and to gatekeep. Now, it's okay for all of them to gatekeep, but as soon as we do it, it's a big problem. It became a war on TikTok, and it was just going crazy. We had a lot of Africans speaking out, trying to team up with Caribbeans and Jamaicans, saying we're more like y'all, and the Black Americans don't like none of us. When, like this young lady said, we got too much love for everybody, and that's our problem. We let everybody in. I wish Black Americans actually took the time to say, we don't need no help from nobody. The Black and Brown coalition is over. The Black diaspora is over. We're just going to focus on ourselves. Something like what Donald Trump says, America for Americans, because these people don't give two shits about us. But tell me how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Is the young lady right to gatekeep her culture? Is she wrong? You know, what if Black Americans started making reggae music? How would they like that? You know, they probably already pissed off that we started wearing dreads. But tell me how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I'll be back later with more news and commentary. Peace.
Brush, I apply the brush. Brush, I apply the brush. Brush, I apply the brush. Yeah, brush, I apply the brush.